Chapter 6, 115. We are fellow apprentice brothers. Translator, Chibi General Editor. Chibi General. You little pest, I will kill you. Giant Sun's will was naturally furious at being subjected to such a scheme once again. A portion of the majestic will was immediately sent flooding toward the distant Fang Yuan. However, this torrential portion of will was weathered down by the chaotic lightning balls and restraining smoke in the inner layer, shrinking by 30%. And after being ground down by the outer layer's blizzard, it decreased by another 20%. By the time it approached Fang Yuan, it had already been reduced by more than half. This can only last for about 15 minutes. Fang Yuan turned a blind eye to the rapidly approaching attack. His mind was cool as ice, as he silently estimated the duration of this third method. His thoughts moved while tightly clenching the glass owner token, and the next moment, he teleported inside 88 True Yang building. This was a feature of the glass owner token. Fang Yuan had been able to move in 88 True Yang building without anyone knowing of it because of this. He appeared on an ice mountain, causing the torrential will to strike empty air. It was a scene of white. The icy cold wind brushed past his face. Grr! Three-eyed snow rabbits, at the size of adult men, with bulging muscles, drilled out from the depths of the snowy land, surrounding Fang Yuan in a few moments. This was the round that Taibai Shang had been transported to in 88 True Yang building. The snow rabbits kept on appearing endlessly, and soon there were tens of thousands of them glaring at Fang Yuan. Just based on close-quarter combat capability, these snow rabbits did not lose to wind wolves or turtleback wolves. Under the environment of ice and snow, their battle strength even surpassed ordinary wolves. The large numbers of wild goo living in their body further increased their ferocity. One had to spend a lot of time and energy to break through their obstruction. But Fang Yuan was in control of the glass owner token and did not need to use such a forceful method. His thoughts moved, and the glass owner token gave a faint glimmer. The crowd of snow rabbits suddenly appeared to be at a loss, their killing intent instantly dissipating. Fang Yuan waved his hand and they dispersed in confusion, drilling into the thick snowy ground, and before long, they were gone. Fang Yuan was able to control many floors of True Yang building with the glass owner token. He had intentionally held back before and did not use up the quota completely, saving several uses for later. Right now, he used it and immediately obtained control over this floor. Without the obstruction of Giant Sun's will, he was this round's true controller, and it was very easy for him to disperse these snow rabbits. Crack! A glacier split open, revealing a tunnel. The tunnel directly extended down the inner part of the ice mountain. Fang Yuan moved quickly in this tunnel and soon saw Taibai Shang. Thus, Taibai Shang was sealed inside an ice block, seemingly in a deep sleep. He had been bombarded by chaotic lightning balls when he tried to pass the tribulations before. His mind sunk into chaos and he was not able to think. Thus, he was easily absorbed into the tower by Giant Sun's will. Taibai Shang was not of Giant Sun's bloodline, and moreover was a Gu immortal. Therefore, he could not be easily controlled. To prevent him from causing trouble and to seize the moment to handle the land spirit, Giant Sun's will took advantage of this to seal him here. With a thought from Fang Yuan, the ice block dissolved, and Taibai Shang slowly woke up. Chang Shan Yin. Taibai Shang gradually regained his consciousness. He glanced around and recalled before gazing at Fang Yuan. Although he found Fang Yuan's cruel way of doing things very repugnant, he was grateful at this moment. You saved me? Fang Yuan arrogantly smiled. If not me, who else could it be? Taibai Shang, do you know you are facing imminent catastrophe? Imminent catastrophe? Taibai Shang's expression changed, but he was a famed character and was not scared by Fang Yuan's frightening words. Instead, he slowly stood up and lightly smiled at Fang Yuan. Please explain. Fang Yuan looked at Taibai Shang with indignance and explained, I was ordered by Master to infiltrate into True Yang building and release the seals on the land spirit, to overturn True Yang building and take control of Imperial Court. Blessed land. Master gave me a glass owner token which can use 3 methods to deal with Giant Sun's will. But something unexpected happened midway. You suddenly advanced to a Gu Immortal, and it was used by Giant Sun's will to weaken the land spirit, leading to the current peril. Did you think you were favored by Giant Sun's will? He was only using you to protect True Yang building. Now that you have lost your value, you were sealed up. And if not for me saving you, you would definitely fall into the control of Giant Sun's will and end up in extreme misery. What? Taibai Yunsheng's brows furrowed as he revealed a bewildered expression. Fang Yuan's words not only contained a lot of information, but also were very impactful. Taibai Yunsheng stared at Fang Yuan, his gaze flashing with a bright light as his brows furrowed deeper. I had been doubting why I suddenly received the help of Giant Sun's will, but later absorbed into True Yang building and sealed up for no reason. Your words explain everything. But if so, who are you? Why did you save me? You might have released me from imprisonment, but it doesn't mean I will believe you unconditionally. Fang Yuan laughed heartily. Who am I? Look carefully. He then took a step back, and right in front of Taibai Yunsheng, he used a knife to slowly cut his skin starting from his forehead. A bloodstain extended down to his stomach, following the tip of the knife. What are you? Taibai Yunsheng was shocked. Fang Yuan chuckled. He then held the knife behind his head and cut downwards. Using his hands in turn, he cut down a long wound smoothly. The 2 long wounds soon exuded scarlet blood. An intense pain attacked him, but Fang Yuan's expression did not change. Next, he started slicing at his arms, thighs, and other crucial areas. His hand was steady as a rock during the whole process. His expression was indifferent, as if the one being cut was not him but someone else, not expressing even a trace of pain. What are you doing? Taibai Yunsheng felt a chill down his spine and took a step back, doubts forming in his mind. But the next moment, his pupils shrunk and his shock could not be concealed on his face. He saw Fang Yuan clenching his teeth and peeling his skin off like stripping clothes. His movement was neat and efficient. There was almost not even an inch of skin remaining on his whole body. Like a blood monster, there was only a terrifying human shape with scarlet muscles and snow-white teeth left behind. Next, Fang Yuan activated Healing Gu. Under the emerald light, new tender skin started to grow over his body. The skin gradually covered all his body, and after the emerald light dispersed, the one before Taibai Yunsheng was Fang Yuan with his real appearance. Ah, so you were not Changshan Yin, but were just disguised as him. You, who are you? Taibai Yunsheng might have a benevolent character, but he was not foolish. He immediately realized the truth when he saw this scene. Natsum, his heart was filled with extreme trepidation. Looking at Fang Yuan in front of him, he saw the appearance of an ordinary youth, but the presence he emitted was beyond ordinary, especially that pair of dark eyes, like an ancient lake with unfathomable depths. He was giving off the intense aura of rank 5 peak stage, his gaze as chilling as a knife's edge. Taibai Yunsheng had seen countless people, and one look at Fang Yuan told him the latter was a genius character who was lofty, resolute, and did not fear any challenges. Even in all his life, the number of such people Taibai Yunsheng had seen could be counted with his fingers. Who am I? Fang Yuan chuckled, the corners of his lips curled up to reveal a smile. His expression was proud and vivid. His burning gaze looked at Taibai Yunsheng, his tone serious, containing an earnestness that made people want to subconsciously believe in them. My true name is Fang Yuan. I came to Northern Plains from Central Continent because of an important assignment from Master. We are fellow disciples. Fang Yuan? Fellow disciple? Shocked and astonished feelings attacked Taibai Yunsheng's mind. What do you mean? You don't even understand the meaning of fellow disciple? It means my master and your benefactor is the same person. Our relation is of fellow apprentices. Fang Yuan's brows furrowed and his tone revealed some impatience. There was no language barrier between Taibai Yunsheng and Fang Yuan. He naturally understood the term, but he was not able to accept the great significance of it at this moment. After he heard Fang Yuan's explanation, an image appeared in his mind. It was an image of an old beggar, with disheveled, purple-red hair. Occasionally he was insane, occasionally he was in a stupor. But when he was clear-headed, his gaze revealed one who had experienced vicissitudes over time, and an awe-inspiring aura manifested in him. When he was young, Taibai Shang had given the old beggar a bowl of water out of kindness. When the old beggar became clear-headed, he gave Taibai Shang 3 Gu immortal inheritances to choose from. The young Taibai Shang chose the third inheritance in the end. This was the most profound memory in Taibai Shang's life, and he had never forgotten it in all his life. Many times he had recalled the old beggar's image. It was him who saved the lost Taibai Shang, pulling Taibai Shang from his lowest point. It could even be said the old beggar created Taibai Shang. Without the old beggar's help, there would not have been the current Taibai Shang. "Master," Taibai Shang mumbled. He had always regarded the old beggar as his supreme benefactor. His whole body involuntarily trembled. He had tried to scout out the traces of the old beggar, and had never given up on this. But so many years had gone by, and he had almost roamed the whole of northern plains without making any progress in his search. The old beggar was mysterious, suddenly appearing before disappearing again. Now when Taibai Shang suddenly heard of the news of his benefactor, his heart was filled with excitement, joy, and naturally was even more in disbelief. "Listen well." Fang Yuan pointed at Taibai Shang and spoke bluntly. "Benefactor's name is Purple Mountain True Monarch. Master has 6 great disciples. I, Fang Yuan, am ranked at 5th. I cultivate strength and enslavement path. Both are from Gu immortal inheritances. Purple Mountain, True Monarch, Purple Mountain True Monarch." Taibai Shang pondered over Fang Yuan's fabricated name like a treasure, his mind involuntarily thinking of the old beggar's disheveled purple hair. Master doesn't care about his appearance and likes to wander around, exploring the unknown. Before I came to Northern Plains, I heard him mention you and how he gave you 3 choices, but you chose the most useless time path inheritance. If it had been me, I would definitely choose the first inheritance, that fire path inheritance that could burn seas and mountains. It has such extreme power. Fang Yuan's tone was filled with anger, yearning, and regret. His expression was sincere and vivid, as if this had really happened. Taibai Shang's mind shook. He had never mentioned this experience to outsiders. Fang Yuan, however, described the situation back then so accurately. He naturally did not know Fang Yuan had once searched his soul to confirm if he had landscape, as before immortal Gu recipe. "Then you are my apprentice, brother?" Taibai Shang's gaze towards Fang Yuan was a whole lot different now. Fang Yuan twitched his mouth in dissatisfaction. "At most, you can only barely qualify as a disciple in name. Benefactor has actually taken in many disciples, but they cannot be compared to legacy disciples like me. But according to Master's rule, as long as a disciple in name can advance to a Gu immortal, they can become his legacy disciple. According to ranking, you are my, that 5th senior brother." "Huh?" Taibai Shang's brows slightly furrowed. "What are you being proud for? It is only because of your Gu immortal identity that you are ranked ahead of me." Fang Yuan coldly looked at Taibai Shang. "Wait till I become a Gu immortal with my enslavement and strength path dual cultivation. I will push you down, and I will be your 5th senior brother. But looking at your elderly appearance, you clearly don't have much lifespan. I might not even need to become a Gu immortal. I just have to wait for you to die of old age." Fang Yuan's attitude was extremely rude, even revealing obvious resentment. This was where the brilliance of his plan lied. If he just spoke eloquent words and made a vow, that might not make Taibai Shang believe him too much. But it was because his words contained an attitude of rejection and also deep emotions that made Taibai Shang quietly put down his guard and gradually choose to believe him. Taibai Shang might be quite old, but his experience paled in comparison to Fang Yuan, who had 500 years of experience in his previous life. Fang Yuan did not openly explain, but using just a few words, he made Taibai Shang interpret the whole story himself and see a glance of his master's origin. Taibai Shang muttered, "Then 6th junior brother?" Fang Yuan immediately put out his hand. Don't call me that. I am not close to you. My task had been going smoothly, but it was destroyed by you. Do you know how much time Master had spent to make all the arrangements in Imperial Court blessed land? Now the situation has changed like this. How do I explain it to Master? You can just call me Fang Yuan. Taibai Yunxing was not angry at Fang Yuan's interruption. Instead, a guilty feeling emerged in his heart. He chuckled and cupped his fist towards Fang Yuan, asking sincerely, Then, Fang Yuan, things have already reached this point. How should I help you to recoup the losses for Master as much as possible? Success. Spectacular. This is too spectacular, kid. You are truly insidious, tisk tisk, swindling a Gu immortal to your side using just a few words. Mo Yao had all along been observing this, and at this moment, she could not help revealing herself in Fang Yuan's mind to praise him. Fang Yuan sneered inwardly. On the surface, however, he showed an unhappy expression. After such a long time, you have finally spoken sense. Master has a discerning eye. He did not nurture a thankless wretch. Knowing to repay kindness is a trait we should have. The situation right now is very bad. The crucial thing is there is not much time left. I have already used the third method Master left behind. You must cooperate with me now. It will all depend on the two of us. Please instruct me. Taibai Yunsheng bowed. First use this. Fang Yuan grinned and tossed out a 15-year lifespan Gu. This? Taibai Yunsheng's expression changed, an astonished expression appearing on his face at the sight of this lifespan Gu. Use it. You may have immortal Gu man as before, but that thing expends a lot of immortal essence. I don't want you to suddenly end up dead at the crucial moment. Fang Yin spoke viciously, with an indifferent expression. But Taibai Yunsheng instead felt a warm feeling in his heart. In his previous 500 years of life, Fang Yin's grasp of the human heart was able to reach to pinnacle after experiencing many trials and hardships. This lifespan Gu. My glass owner token can control only a small number of the rounds. True Yang building only has a single lifespan Gu. Quickly use it. Stop wasting time. But Taibai Yunsheng did not use it. He kept it in his pocket. He thought of Gao Yang and Zhu Zai. Until now, he was still feeling guilty. The lifespan Gu in his hand had a scent of blood that was very familiar to him. What is going on with you? Fang Yuan acted furious, pretending not to know. There are reasons. Taibai Yunsheng's eyelids drooped. He raised his gaze, looking at Fang Yuan with a determined look. All in all, don't worry. I can provide you the greatest assistance. Fang Yuan grabbed onto Taibai Yunsheng, gritting his teeth. Bastard, do you know that I disregarded the consequences in using the glass owner token just to obtain this lifespan Gu? Taibai Yunsheng was silent. His expression was gentle as jade, but he was very determined. Fang Yuan's words made his heart feel great warmth. His last lingering trace of suspicion vanished like smoke. After looking at each other for a while, Fang Yuan seemed to have felt Taibai Yunsheng's determination as he retracted his gaze. If you did not become a Gu immortal and are also a legacy disciple, I would not care if you died. All right, according to the details of your inheritance and your tribulation performance, you should have the immortal Gu landscape as before now, right? Taibai Yunsheng nodded. Yes, that is correct. Fang Yuan's eyes shone, his mouth cracked open to show his snow-white teeth. He did not conceal his joy. Very good, come with me. Saying so, a large number of starlight firefly Gu flew out of his aperture. Oh, that's right. Hold these two for me. Put it on your aperture. I cannot bring them along. Fang Yuan tossed casually. Immortal Gu! Taibai Yunsheng's pupils shrunk. A moment later, Taibai Yunsheng and Fang Yuan entered Hu Immortal Blessed Land using the Stargate.